Wait, so who wants to lead?
Uh,
Who's leading?
I can lead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi.
Hey,
So,
This is our CASReflection for the VGR Invitational, which is a debate tournament, which happens on the 30th of September and the 1st of October. We are still here.
In Victory Base, Odenplan.
it just ended.
In the past 2 days, we've done 4 debates now.
Yeah,
There's a final going on now.
we speak.
We're not in it.
Yeah. We're not in it. Because we lost all 4 that we the debates that we did.
Yeah, we were kind of crushed, but
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
we can't be too crushed.
We need to
because it was our first time.
We need to look also how we were approached by this. I think you knew about it for a little bit.
Yeah,
I
like
know for sure.
2 or 3 days
like
longer than you guys
on
did.
Friday, I got I got a text from you. I think it was like double checking, and I was like, "Well, you go tomorrow, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, right." And it was like 8 p.m. I think.
Yeah.
And I checked my wardrobe, and I realized I had thrown out my slacks from work last year. And I was like, "Oh no!" And I had to, and I realized I don't have a suit either, so I had to on the morning. I had to run and buy a thing suit.
This guy went and bought a suit before our first debate.
That's dedication.
Real dedication.
Yeah.
I found out about it Friday afternoon after talking to Akshat about him going.
Yeah.
And then receiving a mail from Miss McCart-Smith about me going. I don't know quite how that led to that. But it's a CAS opportunity, and I didn't have a weekend plan. So, thought we'd do something fun.
Which it was.
It was really fun.
Yes, stressful and
Definitely.
and there was a lot of work.
So, our supervisor, Andrew, and
Andrew Maybon, and Lisa.
I don't know. Lisa
in
and
third year, yeah.
Acted as our sort of supervisors and mentors for this thing. Lisa was with us.
We came in not knowing anything about debate.
Nothing. Well, I think we all knew like roughly what a debate was, but when it came to structure and stuff, we learned it on like the first day.
Yeah.
Or we still don't. Technically, we still don't know it. We don't like follow proper strategy.
No.
We lost all our debates.
Yeah, evidently.
But yeah.
So like, I guess on the morning of yesterday morning, so the debate started. What was it? 10. Registration was at 10.
Registration was 11.
11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah.
So me, Lisa, Andrew, and Akshat met up at Andrew's, which is close here.
Yes.
To for them to run through how it was going to work. They've done a few of these.
Yeah.
On a much bigger level than this as well.
They're actually good.
We called Andreas. Andreas was on the phone for a bit, but he was buying his suit. So we went in with positive attitudes. To go into more specifications, we started like assigning speaker roles in the morning.
Yes, we did.
I was speaker 1 throughout all of these debates, which is basically introducing our main 3 arguments without going into too much detail and without rebuttal of the opposition's opinions. You guys can.
Yeah, I was speaker number 2, and I basically introduced the main, usually strongest argument of our group on a particular topic, and I also handled the rebuttals. And any points that we found problems with in the opposing team's arguments.
Yeah, and I was the 3rd speaker, and I was doing basically purely rebuttal. I was just countering their arguments, trying to like tie it all together for Dylan to take over in the response speech afterwards.
Yes.
So basically the structure of it is that I speak, or that you've got the opposition and the proposition, and you're arguing for like a topic like, oh, the House would ban run-for-profit schools, where
more of the jargon of the process.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, we'll take the example of our first one. This house would ban non-for-profit schools, and we were pro-banning non-for-profit schools.
We're pro. This
Yeah.
house would ban for-profit schools.
Yeah, and we were proposition, right? We
yes.
supported banning.
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
yes.
Those us.
So basically, it worked in the form that me, as the proposition, would make my opening speech. Then the proposition would make their opening speech.
The opposition.
The opposition, yeah,
Mhm.
with some rebuttal to mine. Then Akshat would speak, main argument, rebuttal of their first speech. Then their equivalent to Akshat spoke, gave their rebuttals, and then sort of the third speaker's role was just to give pure rebuttals.
And tie everything together and give a conclusion.
Yes.
So then it's Andreas, and then it's their third speaker, and then comes time for the reply speeches, which is basically just summing up why you think you won the debate.
Yes.
So
So you address points in which you believe that the opposing team did not give satisfactory answers to your queries, or
Well,
where their arguments were logically unsound, things like that.
on the reply speech, also, it's more of framing the entire debate and trying to argue why you won it.
I think we tried to focus on something that we really lacked in for every new debate. For example, in the first debate, we were way too unconfident, and they played on that.
Yeah.
They played on the fact that we wouldn't raise points of information, which is basically interrupting their points to raise a question or raise
dispute.
dispute something. We were way too passive in that debate, and also we were up against Kungsholmen's Alpha team.
Yeah, pretty much the best team in the circuit.
So like the first round we got properly thrashed. It wasn't even a competition.
No.
It was painful. I think I had it easy because I didn't necessarily have to be criticized, or have to criticize them, but you guys really.
We got punished.
Yeah, we did, and it was awkward.
Yeah.
But you have to fail in order to improve, and that's just a part of it. We failed 4 times these past 2 days.
Well, we don't know if we failed the last one yet. At this moment in time, we've not received the results for our final debate.
Let's be honest, though,
We
lost.
probably failed,
Yeah.
but let's just, for the sake of this video, we've lost 3.
Let's keep some
Last one is pending.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so then we brought more confidence to our second debate.
Definitely. There's a huge difference between first and second debate. I think it was mostly generated by the fact that we actually knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Oh, am I supposed to swear? Sorry,
No,
I didn't swear.
we can
Also,
Yeah.
I think we imagined it so much scarier as it was. You're sitting in classrooms no bigger than the ones we have at school,
Yeah.
with 3 people in it in total. So there's actually no pressure. No one's gonna laugh, and if they do laugh, we learned it's actually a point minus from them.
Yes.
So it's serious, yeah, it's a good opportunity to learn.
It really is.
Well, especially on the first day when you just throw yourself into the action, it's probably the best way to learn things like this.
Yeah.
Just go from nothing and just trying to go at it.
And that,
Just throwing throwing all the paws at the wall, trying to see what sticks, or whatever the saying is.
Yeah. Something like that.
I think that you throw the spaghetti on the wall, but it's the same thing.
I'm glad we met Kungsholmen school first. Because they have 3 teams, so it's Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, and we faced all of them, and they were ruthless.
Yeah,
Alpha wrecked us. I remember.
We stood no chance.
Alpha was the first team we went against, and then Beta yesterday was the last debate of yesterday. We've done 4 in total, so that was the second. I felt like we did way better then.
I think we did way better than Alpha, but way better than absolute trash is still kind of bad. So we did end up losing, but the thing is, we got we got hyped up a little bit and thought, oh crap, we have a chance of winning.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
We've tended to overestimate ourselves. Today, the morning debate of today was possibly the most grueling thing.
Yeah.
I feel like so I think we have to discuss unprepared and prepared motions.
Yes,
So
yes.
the difference is we've done 3 unprepared motions and 1 prepared motion. And basically the difference is that an unprepared motion will be pounced on you an hour before the debate, the topic. You'll have an hour to prepare for it, and then the debate starts. With a prepared motion,
we got access to it.
Yeah.
3 or 4 days before.
Well, we got access to it the day before.
That's the difference with our team. We've known about the topic for like a day.
All right, you guys got it after I did, or no?
Yeah, because we didn't start researching until 10 p.m. yesterday.
Right.
For this morning's debate, and that was.
I mean, we also the debate ended last night about 6, so we were exhausted.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
I got home, watched a movie, and then sort of sat down on the computer.
I live kind of far away, so I came home and the first thing I did was I just picked up some food and went straight to researching. But the main problem with that we misinterpreted the prompts. So all our good research, because we had really good points, it didn't respond to the prompts.
That's because I mean I don't want to be like sour about the whole thing, but sometimes I feel like the motions were a little bit unclear.
I would agree.
But they were unclear for our opposition too, and they beat us.
That's also correct.
So
I think they're intentionally a little bit up to interpretation.
But this morning, I felt like we built such a solid case.
Yes. The first debate of today was the closest we've gotten to an actual legitimate win.
We were so good. We were operating as a team. We were more aggressive. We threw points of information at them. We took points of information. We really did not let go of our debates and our points. And Andrew, I think, has been with us the past 2 days. He's been really great.
Yeah.
He gives us feedback after every one. And
both team feedback and personalized individual feedback.
Yeah.
And he recognised that we did so much better this morning.
Yeah.
And to him, as well, it seemed like we had a serious chance of winning it.
Yeah.
But it was close. But it was just based on the fact that we, I can't remember the word. We misinterpreted. We butchered the definition of what was the word again? Junta. And that's
it wasn't that we misunderstood the definition of junta. It's that we misinterpreted installing to be like putting a junta in with direct military force.
The word given was instating a junta.
Yes.
And where it was foggy for us is that we didn't know.
We should actually probably say the prompt.
Okay. So the prompt was this house would
acting as the United States.
Yeah, acting as the United States would instate a military junta in Myanmar in exchange for protection of the Rohingya people.
Yeah.
I think we failed at was I don't know if we failed or if it was just unclear in general. Instating we interpreted as starting, commencing, doing ourselves, whilst the other team interpreted as supporting
a pre-existing
any rebel group inside. And I think we built such a strong case for the argument that we were expecting, and they built such a strong case for the argument they were expecting. So the debate was there was always this divide in between.
Yeah, and also, afterwards, so we have tons of research. So I was talking with the judges afterwards. I don't know if you were there or not, but I told them, she asked a couple of questions. I told them some of the research we have. So some of the background history research about the government and how the military has 25% of the parliament seats. And she was like, you should have said that. We had research, just we didn't use it properly. Because I think I had almost an entire page, almost 1.5 pages of just prior fact and research and that we should have used, but we didn't use it.
Yeah.
Because we misinterpreted the prompt.
Nice. It felt shitty to lose that one.
Yes.
Out of all the ones, that felt the shittiest because I can't swear.
It's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, they see us swear all the time in school.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We see you guys swear as well.
Yeah. Even if you don't think
even
if you think we don't notice it.
Yeah.
No. That one hurt to lose because we hyped ourselves up once again, but also we felt had the House rather accepted our definition of junta and instating, we would have won.
And like the highest highs have the lowest lows too. So like, yeah, it was pretty disappointing afterwards. It's not like the first one we expected to lose.
Yeah.
But it's like more of a disappointment. We think it actually might win to not win.
Yeah.
And that I feel like, at least for me, it played into the next debate too, where I was kind of like, especially on the preparation for the next one, I was pretty like, I don't know if like say unmotivated, but I was like kind of like,
distracted,
pessimistic and distracted.
Yeah.
For the next one.
Basically, like throughout the weekend, we've been every match basically places you in some sort of unspoken rank. So the more you lose, you'll be sent down the list or up the list, and then you'll meet people based on your skill level. And our last round now, only an hour or two ago, was with Kungsholmen's Gamma team.
Yes, which is their worst team.
Well,
there's Delta as well.
Is there?
What it is? Well, I don't know if it's worst team, but like it's their C team.
Yeah.
Let's be real, they weren't very good. We weren't very good either.
Yeah.
In the sense, I think had we brought the same level of commitment and effort into the fourth debate as we had the third debate, we would have ruined it.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushed it.
Yeah.
We were sort of unmotivated, I feel like, and on top of that, the question was kind of crap.
It was very much weighted towards the proposition side. The question was, this house supports the legalization of the sale of organs.
How do you argue for that?
Against that.
Against that.
Which is what we're. Which is our
well,
position.
it's possible to argue against it, but the thing is, it was all our arguments would only work whether they proposed a model.
Yes.
And they did, and it was a flawed model, and we did point it out.
But not nearly enough.
But not nearly, yeah. And our own arguments weren't strong enough.
And our rebuttals were too weak, and like I was largely like responsible for that, for not like being like kind of like vicious enough on their criticizing their weak points.
And I gave my opening speech. No, she gave her opening. There were three girls, so the first girl gave her opening speech, and it wasn't very strong. And we thought, hey, we can do this. I gave my speech. It wasn't fantastically strong either. I felt it was like good.
Mm-hmm.
But not amazing. And then the second girl gets up, second speaker, and she absolutely ruined us.
Yeah. Like she came out of nowhere.
She tore my arguments apart.
Yeah.
And it was funny because the person before it was okay, nothing like special, but she just ruined our arguments, the ones I already made, and then ruined the ground for any possible more ones we could make. Because you went after me.
Yes, I did.
I don't know how that was for you.
Well, the first speaker that they had did have some gaps in her reasoning, which I was able to exploit, but it was nothing. It was fine, nothing terrible, but it wasn't exceptional either.
Yeah, it was neither good or bad.
Yeah.
Really. And like for me on that particular one, like I feel like I don't know if it's true or not, but I feel like I started kind of strong. But I fell off.
You did, yeah.
I started strong. I started up here, but it's like as the speech progressed, I just like was like.
I would agree.
That
And,
first girl would like stand up, and she wasn't so confident. But in fact, the points of interest information she was raising, they were good.
Yeah.
They could pick apart you.
Yeah, there was. But so we kind of lost on that, not being like aggressive enough against their arguments, and like we didn't have like our like basic like preparation was lacking.
Yeah. I feel like
at best,
like Andrew mentioned at the end, like even though like we've never won any, right? So that has to be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
I think our secret weapon was sort of our reply speeches.
Mm-hmm.
And our because we're really good at communicating in the room itself.
Yes.
And like accumulating all our ideas, and I feel like we're always good on staying on the same page at what to mention.
I think that was the strongest aspect of this group, that we had really good communication with each other.
In the room.
And that is what we absolutely have to continue doing for the next, like, we're practicing. We're not going to have, there's not going to meet for us this year.
Yeah.
So we got so much more time to practice, to, like, develop these, like, to fix these flaws.
Exactly.
And even, and form an even better teamwork coalition. Like, it's only getting better from here. it was a slow start.
It literally can't get worse. So
It was a slow start. It can't get worse when it's 0-4.
Hey,
Okay, 0-3 maybe 4. It can't get worse. We will only improve from here, hopefully.
yeah.
Also, like, we, apart from maybe the last point when we were tired, hungry, we had to wake up at like 6 this morning. We were tired
5:30ish, yeah.
on a weekend. We were tired, hungry, and our spirit was beaten down by the team before. But I think in 1, 2, and 3 there was always a considerable improvement in how we were debating, and I think that's important to show as well, because none of us have had any proper debate education at this level.
No, absolutely not.
So this was we learned a lot of new skills.
Yeah.
So kind of what do you feel we should improve to next time?
Should we go in order?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Till next time, I think we need to learn the structure better of a debate. We need to know how to utilize our preparation time in a more efficient way, more time efficient way, and we need to understand how to keep a key argument throughout a debate.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I just think we need to get more familiar with the structure next time we do a debate, because I think that was one of our main shortcomings in this entire process. Once we're more familiar with the structure, once this is almost second nature to us, I could see us doing much, much, much better.
Yeah, for sure. And also, analysis is key for us. It's our speeches, we had the kind of the titles in it, but we had kind of the frame. It's just they lacked substance, and our speeches were generally very short. Way too short.
So we get 8 minutes for first, second, and third arguments or speeches, and 4 minutes for the reply speech. I don't think there was one speech in all 4 of the debates we did that went up to the time limit.
No, I think the longest ones, maybe one. Did anyone have anything over 7 minutes?
No.
I had my first speech was the longest I ever made, which was 6 minutes 30.
Yeah, that was probably the longest. All of mine were around 6 minutes too, I think.
Yeah.
I was around the same for
At
me.
least today, but we don't have enough analysis, and
No.
that doesn't, and we're answering way too many POIs. But that's more of a strategic fault. So we need to work on not only analyzing, more explaining why the impacts and causes and all of that stuff for our main points, and really tie it back and show the relevance of it. It's kind of like an essay, you know. When you don't respond to the prompts, we bring up these points, we don't explain how that responds to the prompts, and that is what we need to work on. And we'll gain everything. All our problems will be fixed with experience.
Yeah, I would agree.
And we'll have tons of time to practice. The next time.
Yeah.
So it'll get good.
Can only go up.
Yeah. Is that?
I think
Cut.
we need to
no, never mind.
we need to thank a few people. I feel like
Yes, definitely.
we need to thank Miss McCart-Smith for setting this up,
As well as Miss Berry.
as well as Miss Berry, exactly. Primarily Andrew and Lisa. And Julia and Thaddeus sent us a bunch of resources, super helpful the night before, and then Andrew and Lisa have obviously been here through.
Yeah, incredible good mentors.
Yeah, they were really, really excellent.
Without them,
Yeah.
we would have done even you can't imagine it. We would have done even worse.
They were in the prep room with us. It was great.
They would have told us to go home.
Yeah.
It would have been that bad.
Julia couldn't be here today, but she has been communicating with us on Kik and stuff. So super supportive. Andrew's been great.
Yeah. Helping us formulate our points and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Super helpful.
Yeah, and I think we're happy to represent our school at this debate.
Yeah.
And we hope the reputation is still somewhat intact.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
How do you end this?
I'll cut out that last clap.
No, don't.